Southwest Florida. Welcome back to Leap Is Live. We're here at Mount Hermon Ministries, and got the pleasure before we get started with tonight political forum is to get a chance to talk to one of the renowned chefs in our community, an executive chef who has just made a big name for himself recently with the chef table and a sold-out event that took place last week. I was fortunate to have the television show there to cover it, and the food was just spectacular. And so we'll get a chance to just kind of recap a little bit and talk to Chef Drove of Yes Chef. And I got so many names to remember, man. My advice to you, get your brand down to one name.
Oh, it is.
So nobody will have to struggle. So
it's Yes Chef.
Okay, it's Yes Chef?
That's it.
Or what is this Chef, something else you said your website is called?
Well, all of my social media and my website is Yes Chef Creates.
All right, so it's you Yes Chef and is Yes Chef Creates.
For all of my social media and my website.
And Big Dro's Chef Drove, that still
Big
works?
Chef Dro, that's my name.
All right, okay. All right, so I'm here with Big Chef Dro of Yes Chef. Yes Chef Creates. Man, let me compliment you. I was working so hard that night. Of course, you saw I was working, so I can document your event, which is just a spectacular thing. And you saw my camera guy, William, all over the place. We got a lot of stuff,
Well,
man.
I appreciate that.
You got your poster and everything. And so let's shout out William. Give him a big shout out. Give William a shout out.
Hey, William, how you doing, brother? Thank you so much for everything that you did the other night. It was really appreciated.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank both of you, really.
All right.
You did a
William,
great job.
come on camera for a minute. I want everybody to see my director here, little young guy. Just Neil right here. That'll get you on TV for a second. William, wave at everybody. Hey, you guys right here, this is the next Spike Lee. He's out there making a name for himself. He's covering a lot of events. He's going to end up, luckily he might end up in the community press, man. You got Jackie right here knocking it out. All right, William. Okay, I get the tech, William. So, man, let's go to all on the positive side. Behind the scenes, I know a lot of things we don't see what happened behind the scene. Let's stay on the positive side. On the positive side, when we first walked in, man, you had that nice music playing. You had those tables looked like we had walked into the Taj Mahal or some big restaurant in Vegas, man.
Yeah.
That's all everybody was talking about. They hitting me up and everything, and everybody waiting on the next one. Now, I know you keep saying, well, I'm going to keep moving out of town, doing it. Let me tell you something, bro. Dominate the market that you're in first. Get your brand real solid where you are. Then I think you can pull another one because of the momentum.
Oh, yeah.
I think you can pull another one off this winter. And we found out what some of the kinks are, but I know you thinking big, man.
Oh, yeah.
But tell me about the response that you got from people so far, and even at the event.
Well, the response was 100% positive, and I couldn't ask for anything better than that. It was really a lot of private messages, a lot of I'm definitely coming the next time.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that wanted to attend, and they couldn't, and I understood, and I let them know, I get it. I understand, whatever you have something to do, you can't make it for whatever reason. I understand.
Man, but that's a real upscale event. Okay, so when I say upscale, there's a certain market of people who want to come to that. You can depend on them to come. You had a nice crowd there. It was sold out. They wouldn't have been able to get in anyway. If they're serious, they get the ticket early.
Of course.
Right. Because now that that people know what that is, it's going to sell out real fast. When I say know what that is, let's assume people who are listening to us don't even know what I'm talking about. Tell them what I'm talking about.
So the Chef's Table is an event that I put on that I allow 25 to 30 people to purchase tickets to come out and eat exclusively from me. We all know we go to restaurants. No one's eating out of the chef's hands. And there's line cooks, there's sous chefs, there's pastry chefs. Everything that you eat with me at the Chef's Table is being cooked directly by me. There's absolutely no one else in the kitchen.
Yeah, because I think I only asked you about one thing. I said, you made this dessert from scratch? Because, I'm trying to stay away from dessert. When you making dessert like that, bruh, you making me mess up on what I'm trying to do. That dessert was so good, man. It was like I don't want to skip straight to the dessert, but I'm going to skip straight to the dessert. Talk about that dessert, bro.
Well, it was kind of there was some man, there was some scary moments when it came to the dessert because I'm not a dessert person. Everybody that knows me knows I don't know how to cook dessert at all. But I found this great recipe that was a no-bake cheesecake, and I just made it my own. I got some creme de cassis for the fruit, and I made the no-bake cheesecake. And then after I made it, then I broke it up in sections and started testing different tastes. And the one taste that I finally
Interesting.
The one taste that I finally settled on was amaretto. And when I put the amaretto in one of the bowls, because what I did was I made a big stock, and then I just divided it up, and every bowl had a different flavor. They were good, but the one with the amaretto, it just absolutely went.
Man, I
over
wouldn't
the
even
top.
have patience to do that. Man, and go
Well,
through all that.
you know what? When you're a cook, you have
That's
to do.
right,
You have
right.
to test it out because, you have to test so many different angles of so many different things. And like right now, I'm doing my holiday seasonal menu, and I'm testing out different ways of doing dressing and different ways of doing gravy, and so it's a way of kind of making things easier and simpler, but adding some twist to it where you're like, wow, I never tasted that before. That is absolutely great.
I got off on that and talking about people who didn't show up and how that all works out. Let's go back and establish with our audience talk about the concept. The concept is you will go to any event that people invite you to cook, but you are not a caterer. Go.
No, I am not a caterer. I am a private chef.
Right.
Even if you have an event, or whether it's a bridal shower, baby shower, wedding reception, or anything, if you have a place for me to cook, I will show up, and I will bring my equipment because I do travel with some of my equipment because I never know what I'm going to walk into.
Gotcha.
And I will cook for you, for your party, for your event. Anything that you have, I'll do it for you.
Give us an idea of, like you were telling us about, you had some people who came down on vacation.
Yep.
They knew about you. You just went over. You get there early, whatever time it takes. You come with everything with you, or they purchase all the ingredients.
No, they
Give
don't
them a
purchase
list.
anything. I come with the basic way this runs is when you contact me and you say, "Hey, I want to do this." The first thing I ask you is, "What's your budget?"
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to depend on what type of food you're going to be able to afford. Now, once you tell me your budget, then we go down the line on, what your menu can be. With that budget you gave me, I'm going to give you an idea of what your menu can be according to your taste. I take on jobs according to my client's budget and my client's taste. Those two have to match up in order for me to give you, plus one service. And so once that's done, then we'll figure out, how many meals do you want me to do? How many days do you want me to be there? These folks, and they didn't know me. These folks didn't know me. They were from Atlanta, they were from South Carolina, and they were from Orlando. They didn't know me. They just Googled private chef in, Fort Myers or Southwest Florida or Lee County, and I came up. The good thing is COVID allowed me to sit down and build my brand over those few months to the point where I was able to have everything out there by the time things started rolling.
Now, let's go back to how to contact you.
Mm-hmm.
You said, Yes Chef
Creates.
Yes Chef Creates
Yes.
your website.
That's my website, and that's my social media handle.
Okay.
For everything. That's all across all social media, and my website is Yes Chef Creates.
Okay, and then the people that you will talk to will cook for. It can be one person to 100 people, or whatever, right? It ranges.
Well, my packages on my website ranges from 2 people. The intimate dining goes from 2 people to 12. Anything over 12, I consider an event, and those prices are different because with an event, it's usually not so elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm cooking for 2 people, in my understanding from what I've done, if I'm cooking for 2 people, it's usually more work than it is for 6 people, because the 2 people are saying, hey man, we're going to go all out and we're going to have this. But with the more people, of course, the more expensive it gets. And so they kind of, taper it back and say, all right, we'll take this and this,
Yeah.
But it's however they want to do it.
I mean, to have a chef to come and cook for you at a dinner or proposal or honeymoon or what have we, it has such a classy feel to it.
Yes, it does. Because you know what? For the most part, people don't understand. And I've done the research. I've went to different websites like Trulux, Ocean Prime, Chop City Grill, Roost Chris, Capital Grill, Sea Salt. I've went to their websites and I've priced them out based on the lowest priced item on their website, meaning the least the least expensive soup, the least expensive salad, the least expensive appetizer, the least expensive dinner, and glass of wine and dessert. And people don't understand, to get that type of food at a restaurant like that, you're paying 25% more before you leave a tip, before you get in your car and drive. And they don't understand that having a private chef is actually economically sound and better.
Sounds good, man. Well, man, I want to compliment you on that again, and I'm going to move into the forum that's going to be taking place, and anything I can ever do to be around you and get some of your excitement rubbed off on me, just holler at me, all right?
Of course. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, keep up the good work.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts. I hope you enjoy that particular show, but you can always catch us here on YouTube. Just click on the subscribe button down there. That way you can get your Lee Pitts Live on demand when you want it and how you want it. We also encourage you to watch our show on FOX4 and connect with us on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live.